It is an honor once again to be able to spend some time with you as we get set for the Youth for Tomorrow auction. This is going to be a big weekend, even during this virtual time that we're in.
It is. We're adjusting to it. We're all excited about this weekend. So I appreciate, Michael, you letting us come on and share a little bit about what we got going on. October 3rd at 4 p.m. There's some people here that we want to get to that tell them if they can register for the live and silent auctions. The way to register is www.yftauctions.com.
Got it.
If they go to that, we got some exciting things we'll talk about. But let me say first of all,
Please.
with the virus and everything happening, it's changed our life. And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I'm doing more around the house. Pat actually had me last week. I vacuumed. Okay, first time in my life.
Wow.
And she videoed it. And I said, listen, if you show that to somebody, I'm going to kill you. But I'm doing some stuff around the house I've never done before. So virus has got us going. So I do come to work now to get out of the house.
You know, Coach, you could auction that video off as one of the items this weekend.
I could do that, I guess. But anyway, we're all having to adjust. Our racing world is, thank goodness, our sport kind of, we're much better than football because it's one person driving our cars. We're not in locker rooms. We're outdoors. And so we've been able to carry out our full racing season. So that's exciting for us. Football, we're praying for everybody in football. It seems like we're off to a decent start. The Redskins got that first big game against Philly. That was awesome. And I said Redskin.
I know it. You can't stop it.
I can't do that. It's Washington team. Okay, got off to a good start. I love Ron. I think we got a good start going there with our football team.
Well, it's going to be a challenge. But listen, I'm sending people to see this video from the radio show. And there may perhaps be someone watching you right now who doesn't really know the backstory on the youth home. So if you could just kind of walk us through that again. I know a lot of us, you know, we've been fans of what you've done, not only with the Redskins, now Washington's football team, for years. But this youth home is really something special. And I wanted you to talk to us about how you came to be involved with it and develop the whole thing. It's an amazing place.
Thank you, Michael, first of all, for having us on. You've been so supportive. And I love telling the story because if you think about this thing, this is kind of a miracle in a lot of ways. Only God could do this. 30 years ago, I had a breakfast. There were 4 people at the breakfast. And I had been working downtown with kids going through the court system and, at-risk kids. And I said, they don't need that. They need to have a home. Can we go build a home with private funds, and find us a place about 30 minutes from Redskin Park? We did that. The story goes, so many people chipped in, the Bill Hazels and Cecil Pruitts and people like that all jumped on board. We got the home built. And now it's a complete, I invite people to go out there and take a look at it. It's a complete campus. We have a campus now. And we're dealing with 120 kids on campus. And those are at-risk kids. We have a Hispanic population out there. We have mommy and me, pregnant teens that we take care of. We have sex trafficked girls. We have inner city boys, inner city girls. It's really something to see. But then Gary Jones, who kind of runs the show out there, came up with the idea that we need to have counseling centers because so many people having issues, and particularly young people. And so we now have 5 counseling centers that surround Washington, D.C.
Wow.
And we're dealing with over 1,500 people at any one time that need counseling. And when you think about that, Michael, everything that's kind of happening in our world, and we see at different times people go off and hurt people and create awesome things. If you think about that, what's the answer to those people? And I believe if we could ask God, hey, how many of these people that we've worked with that have now are so successful in life, we have all these stories of people that have gone through the youth home. and gone on to do great things for themselves. How many of those people, had the youth home not been there, might have gone on to really be in trouble, or in some way to create something that would be an awful thing. So I think it's a great story. It's one of the, when we originally did this, we said, if we can do this in Washington, other people will come and see it. That's my dream, that other cities build a youth home. So, excuse me there. But anyway, that's our story. So many people have chipped in, everybody on our board. There's people out there right now listening to this. We're open. Maybe some of the people hearing me right now say, I want to get on board and help. They could help, obviously, with their resources, but they also could volunteer time and work at the youth home. So it's something I'm really proud of. I think if I stand before God someday, he might say to me, it's not the football, it's not the racing, that youth home, what you did was special. And I didn't do it because so many people chipped in to do this. So thank you for letting me share that quick story.
Well, but you've put your name in it, and your blood, sweat, and tears, and you've done a lot to bring attention to it. And it is an amazing place. It's a beautiful campus. You're touching so many thousands and thousands of lives. So I'm honored that you invite me every year to be involved with this. Yeah. And again this year, so you heard the coach talk about a little bit about what the Youth for Tomorrow Youth Home does. They need funds to operate, and they raise a lot of money through this annual fair, which is usually a beautiful weekend in Northern Virginia. This year we can't be there because of social interaction issues. So we're still going to do this auction, and there's a countdown up, as the coach mentioned. It was yftauctions.org. Do I have that website correct? We're going to have the link up.
Yeah, I think that the website is www.yftauctions.com.
Oh, .com.
Everybody can go and sign up there. .com. Okay. And
there's also a link through the website. I've been looking at all the auction items. As you go to youthfortomorrow.org, you can find it that way too.
Great. Well, thank you for mentioning that. One of the things that Toyota did is Ed Laukus, who kind of runs a lot of the things with Toyota, is on the board of the youth home. They gave a 2021 Venza, a new Toyota Venza.
Wow.
So that's going to be a drawing for that. And there's a few tickets left, but only a few. Our goal was, it's $1,000 a ticket.
Okay.
Okay. And we've only got a few left. Most of it has been sold, but that drawing will be this weekend. Okay. And there's only a few tickets left, and we were only going to sell 100 tickets. And so that was our dream, to kind of make up some of the money that we were going to miss by not being able to have a live auction. So we're thankful for Toyota on that. I did want to mention too, our co-presenting sponsor is the Great American Restaurants. We appreciate them being involved with that. So we appreciate that a lot.
So listen, you are going to have a live auction, and you are going to be broadcasting and hosting it starting at 4 p.m. this Saturday, October 3rd. There are 21 items up that people are going to be bidding on. So, you can watch, you can participate, you can register to vote or to bid right now, right? So.
Yes. And let me say this, it'll be a fun time. So everybody, you can have a good time, auction. There may be something there that hits your hot button that you'd like to get. That's great. But the other part of it is you're helping so many young people by doing this. And, that's the reason why I'm so happy that you would have us on, Michael, each and every year. You've been a big part of this. Everybody in the community there that's shipped in for the youth home, it is truly a community effort.
It sure is.
We really appreciate it.
Every year that I drive to the auction, I'm always amazed at the signs that are, they just go down the road for miles. The whole area in Northern Virginia there is behind this youth home. And listen, you don't have to wait until Saturday at 4 p.m. when the live auction starts, because the silent auction is going on right now, and that runs until 8 p.m. this Saturday evening. And I was just looking at the items on there. This is what I really love about this, Coach. I don't know how much you've gotten into this, but on a lot of these items in the silent bidding, they give you the current high bid, and they give you a buy it now price. So, for example, if you wanted that autographed Bush family picture, there's a picture that they've got up at one of the items in the silent auction, both President Bushes plus their wives, all autographed, framed. I mean, that's a one of a kind. You know, where do you find something like that? And
Okay.
and you can buy that right now.
Well, they
Uh,
better hurry because I'm going on and I'm going to try and buy it.
yeah.
I didn't know we had that.
Oh,
Thank
it is on there. There's some amazing there's other amazing things. There's autographed memorabilia from Garth Brooks and Carrie Underwood. There's tons of toys. There's trips. There's home decor. There's even a Washington Redskins helmet autographed by this incredible award-winning Hall of Fame coach right here.
That's great. Hey,
So
that is great. It's going to take me some breaking in on the name. Okay, it
yeah,
takes me a while on it. Everything in my house is, you know what, Redskins. So take me a while.
here's what I like about the current name that we have. The logo is a W. So I like to think we're going to get a W every game, first off.
Yeah.
Coach, what do you think about a new name? Have you got any ideas boiling around in your head that you think would be appropriate? I've seen things like the Reds. It wasn't the Red Sox. It was Red something else. I don't know. But do you think we stick with the name Red somewhere in there, or do you think we just throw caution to the wind and go
Tell you,
somewhere else?
I like that. I like that. But I think the other thing that I think for all of us in the community, the great thing is everybody out there, if you got a suggestion, let's make sure that you get it out there. And I think we'll land on something that makes sense. You know, they told me that when instead they took the logo off the helmet, but they put the number on there. And if
Right.
you know, we got about 8 Alabama guys on the team. They freaked out because that's what they have at Alabama. And they said, we're going to keep this. So that's an idea for sure.
That's
So,
it.
but I think all of us as Red Team, we're just, hey, pulling and praying as hard as we can.
Yeah.
We want those guys to bounce back. I think Ron is a perfect choice.
Yeah.
And the fact that we beat Philadelphia, I was so excited about that. That's a great start.
So, and we've got a battle of the Beltways this weekend. Ironic that it's the same weekend as the group home festival and everything that we're doing this online auction. But you've got the Washington football team against the Baltimore football team.
Yeah. Well,
They looked terrible on Monday Night Football, Coach.
Yeah, I know they did, but I think that would be the thing that you always got to be careful of in the NFL. So much of it is a mental thing. And when a team gets beat like that, they normally come roaring back.
Yeah.
And so that scares you. But anyway, I know everybody there is pulling hard for Ron, and I'm excited about our year, really. So.
Well, I want to lead up to the most exciting part of our conversation, and I know you've got other business you got to take care of, so I'm going to let you run in a minute, but I need your help. I'm going to spin my camera around and show you one of the items that we're going to be auctioning off for Youth for Tomorrow. And we're doing this on 98.7 WMZQ. What you're looking at is the John Deere hydrostatic transmission tractor that speeds up to 5.5 miles per hour with the new redesigned operator station, adjustable comfort, high back seat, the new side-by-side forward and reverse, 2 pedal foot controls, easy to navigate with the electric blade engagement, for low effort and simple use. The 48-inch Edge mower deck is a time-tested and proven superior cutting machine. So there, I mean, you got that. I'm trying to read and show you the picture at the same time. And included in this package, Coach, is a Toro Power Clear 518 ZR 18-inch 99cc single-stage gas snowblower, which I'm assuming we're going to need at some point this year. This winter, we're going to need the snowblower.
Well, thank you for doing that. Hey, that's exciting too. Yeah, the snowblower. I can remember the one thing I remember about those football practices. You got to remember this as a coach. Think about it. You know, those last 5 or 6 weeks of the season, it's cold in Washington, and we have some cold days. Well, think about what a coach. I can't walk out on the field. You couldn't walk out there as a coach and go, "It's cold." You know what I mean? You got to do what? You got to fake it.
Yeah.
And so I used to walk out there, and I used to go, "Hey, it's Redskin weather. Let's go." You know what I mean? And so I did that in the summer when it was really hot. I go all the way to the winter, and the players finally, you hear a few of them go, "Hey, coach, is all weather Redskin weather?" And I said, "You got that right." So the snowblower, you're probably gonna have to use that in Washington. So at some point, one quick story. So I used to sleep at the office, and so I would have the coaches come in sometimes. And so one night they came in and said, "Hey, it's so bad out there, you can't believe it. It's icy and all that stuff. Make sure you stay here." Well, that's the one night I was wanting to go home. I'd slept there for 3 nights. And so I get in my car and I go out, I got on the road, and it was pretty good. I'm going down I turn off, I start into Vienna there. I pull up on the hill, and to get to my house on Lawyers Road there, okay, it's kind of at a stop sign. And so I looked, and there were cars that had wrecked down the side of this road. And so I looked at it and I said, "These guys are awful drivers." I said, "It's not that bad." And as I turned, my car went a 360 and right into the side of another car. I got out. I couldn't stand up on the ice, and I went off into the grass and walked to my house. So that's one of my stories about bad weather in Washington. I loved it, though. We practiced outside every day. We had no dome when I was there, and our deal was we wanted to play great in those last 2 months of the season. And our guys really did. I think they were battle tested, they were weather tested, and it was a big deal for me. But when I still see them, they all go, "Hey, all weather's Redskin weather." They yell at me. So.
That's awesome. Well, look, so we've got this snowblower and we got the John Deere tractor. I need your blessing to start the auction. What price do we put on this just to start the bidding?
I'd say $5,000. We ought to start at least $5,000, shouldn't we? What do you think?
That's a lot of money. Can we stop it? Would you be cool if we started with 2,500 and went from there and built up?
That's good.
All right. That's what we'll do.
I'll bid 2,500. So you can start with that.
It's a brand new John Deere tractor and the snowblower. I mean, that's a steal. You're not going to let the coach get this for 2,500. Well, I'll give you the number right now that we're going to be giving out on the air. This auction is going to start at 12:50 tomorrow afternoon on October the 1st. And the number to call is 800-321-3693. It's a special auction number that we've got set up, Coach. So people can call right into me here in my home studio during the pandemic and place a bid. 800-321-3693. I'll be giving that out on the radio as well.
Somebody saved me because I have never cut my grass ever. So if I get on that thing, I could probably get hurt. Okay, so somebody please bid more than 2,500. Okay,
that's awesome. Well, look, I'm really glad to see you in good health and good spirits, and making it through this time, Coach.
Well, thank you, Michael. Hey, all the people in Washington I have so many great memories. Our family, JD Coy, myself, Pat, everybody treated us great. It was one of the greatest times that anybody could. And I have those memories. They're all still here. They're in there. So thank you all.
They're still here too. We feel the same way to you, Coach. And so many great memories of everything that you've done and continue to do with NASCAR. We continue to watch. So, I'm glad things are going okay this season among NASCAR drivers.
Well, let's do this every year.
All right. You take care of yourself, and I hope to see you in person next year for the annual celebration at Youth for Tomorrow.
That'd be great. All right, I'll look forward to it.
Take care, and thanks a lot for joining me.
You got it, Michael. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, Coach, thank you so much. We're going to get this video up and get it rocking.
Thank you, man. Thanks, Michael.
You take care. Bye-bye.